All right, winner, champion. The champion goes first. That's how it goes. That's the rules. And you, our returning champion for week 5, has 3 picks.
Well,
Flexalente, let's hear it. What do you got?
I'm not thrilled about these lines. They're very tight. I don't think there's much wiggle room here. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot with my 1 point pick. I think there's a theme here that'll become obvious at the end. Um, my 1 point pick. I know it's tough going based off how they looked last week, last Sunday. But we're gonna have to go with my New York Jets, man. At Minnesota, the Sam Darnold revenge game. I feel like that maybe gets into his head a little bit. Um, we the Sam Darnold game has to come soon, where something is off. Uh, he's not. He's been very good this year, but I mean he can't be this good. So I'm banking on at some point he has to come down back down to earth. I think there's enough tape on what he's done. Um, the first 4 weeks of the season, and this is a spot that I think the Jets do well in. When everybody's down on them, everybody wants to fire Salah. Um, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the Vikings, just because they have been playing good. I thought that they were going there. That game was going to happen last week versus the Packers. It didn't, but towards the end of the game, it did look like it was trending in that direction. So I feel like maybe this is the week that ends up happening. So give me the Jets as my 1 point pick, getting 2.5. I do think they win outright, either here nor there. But I'm gonna take the 2.5 points and call it a day. From my 2 point pick, I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills over the Houston Texans. Um, this line is a little bit wonky to me. I don't, based off how the Buffalo Bills looked last week, you wouldn't think that a Houston Texans team that did, I guess, look. I mean, I guess they looked decent last week, but I have been saying that they haven't looked like the juggernaut that everybody expected them to look like this year, which is what kind of I alluded to before the season, where it's like, oh yeah, CJ Stroud looked good in his rookie season. That doesn't mean he's going to keep getting better. Um, and it's not necessarily that he's taken a step back, but it just everything isn't flowing as it did last year. So they've had a lot of close games, um, and they're still a very good team. And the Bills, I just think that maybe the overreaction. I think there's a little bit of an overreaction. They're still a decent team, but we are seeing their warts. And I like that. I like this in a bounce back spot. Give me Josh Allen willing out a win against the Texans, Buffalo Bills with my 2 point pick. For my 3 point pick, I know this sounds egregious, disgusting. I hate it, which is why I'm selecting it. But give me the New England Patriots getting a point. I don't know why they're getting a point versus Miami. It should probably be a warning flag. They are at home, but just what the Titans were able to do to them last Monday night, due to the Miami Dolphins last Monday night. I think that's a sign of things to come. I think everybody was expecting, Tyler Huntley to kind of perform a little bit better than Skylar Thompson had. He had a couple throws here and there, but he had a couple under. Like, he doesn't have enough timing down with this offense. And as we know, this offense is all about timing. And anytime Tua is not in there, um, it's pretty much a disaster. So I don't know. I think Tyler Huntley is capable of playing a little bit better, which I guess kind of worries me to a certain degree. But I just think that the this Patriots defense is kind of, I don't think is as good as the Tennessee Titans defense, but it's still the calling card of this team. And the Patriots being at home, that they have been a bad team in the last couple of weeks, which against gives me pause. But I just think that the Miami Dolphins losing Jalen Phillips, so even their pass rush, they're dropping like flies here and there. So I just think that the Patriots with well, this is also a Jacoby Brissett revenge game. Let's not forget. That's always important. So I just think with the lack of a pass rush, they might be able to dink and dunk. Like Jacoby Brissett likes to do, and keep this game close at the end. Maybe pull it out. So give me the New England Patriots. I'm disgusted saying it, especially putting 3 points on the line, but slim pickings this week, and that's the one I feel best about.
All right, with that being said, with my 1 point pick, I'm going to go with the resurrected Carolina Panthers. Barely resurrected. I think they're fading in and out. They coming in, they're waking up. Beep, beep. They wake up, they go back, you know what I mean? They fucking up. Anyway, I'm going Carolina and the Bears. The Bears defense is what worries me, man. I feel like the Bears got lucky last week. And I hate to use the word lucky, but who they beat up? Who they beat on? The Rams, the depleted Rams. I believe that's who they beat up on. And I don't know. It was like tight for a while, and they pulled up. I didn't watch the game, so I'm not gonna say it. But I'm not I gotta see it more consistently, and I gotta see Caleb kind of like clicking. I don't really see him clicking still. Like it's like still like hit or miss. You know what I mean? Like one thing that like with the rookie quarterbacks, I gotta see that they get it to a certain level. I'm not there with Caleb yet. I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, okay, he got it. He got it. It's done." I still think it's sporadic. I still think it's a chance that he's playing too much of a chance game out there. So I think Carolina just getting 4 points, even though it is in Chi-Town. I don't know. I'm playing the numbers, and Carolina just got to keep it close with the Bears. That's like I said, it's a tough defense, yeah, but I'm not sold on that offense yet. So I don't see them, get running away with a 40-point game. I could be wrong. Obviously, that's why we play this, but I just don't see it yet. I don't see that offense as a well-oiled machine just yet. So give me Carolina, my 1 point pick. With my 2 point pick, I'm going a favorite here. I'm going Green Bay Packers at LA Rams. I feel like Green Bay got something to prove after last week. I feel like that was a good awakening game for them. I know we just gave I just gave the Jets a lot of shit for saying that awakening games and all that, but they were in it, man. They were in that game. It was a little too late. I'm not sure what's Love's status. He was clearly bothered last week against Minnesota. He didn't look, as healthy or as confident. But as the game progressed, he definitely like forgot to act like he was hurt. Like like when you first like you're like, yo, I got a bad leg, and then you're playing ball, you're like, man, that didn't really hurt that much, but still you're like, and then by like the third 3 point, you're like, nah, I'm good. I feel like Love went through that kind of like in his mind. So even though he was still ginger, like with landing and every time he got hit, I kind of saw his confidence building, and it showed in the game and it showed in his numbers. So I think they and I don't like them going against McVay here because he's gonna have a good plan for them. But a coach's game plan is only as good as his players to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like you could draw things up, and if your team ain't capable of doing it, you know, they're not gonna be able to do it. And I feel like the Rams defense is gonna be in that situation here with a Green Bay team that really wants to win this game, and they want to win it for the coaches because you know that's you know that they got that rival, those two coaches there. So give me Green Bay giving 3 to the Rams on a away game. I feel good about it though. That being said, my 3-point pick, it's a tough one for me, man. You giving me any windows that you see something on the fucking thing on that doesn't look good for me, but I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts getting 2.5 at Jacksonville. I was on Jacksonville last week. It sounds crazy, but my number one thing is Flacco playing? Because that's I heard was Flacco's playing. If Flacco's playing, they're going to win this game, and that's where my analysis ends. If Flacco goes in here, he's going to win this fucking game. So, I think Flacco has that chip on the shoulder. He wants to win these games, man. Jacksonville is depleted. Indianapolis Colts O-line is still good. They got, you know, now they got to respect the pass. You know, these receivers, they get open, and Richardson's so sporadic, and you know he's hitting on like fucking 30% of his passes. Like this is, if Flacco plays, it's gonna be a better team. But if he does it, I still feel confident that Indianapolis will be able to cover, and if not, flat out win. I just think they're the better team overall, and I think Richardson really makes them look worse than they really are. I really think, you know, I've never been high on Richardson. I thought coming out of the draft he was going to be a 2nd-round pick. I was obviously a fool for that because he was a 1st rounder, top 5, I think top whatever he was. So, but I think he's still that same player, man. He's still that guy that just throws the ball in the dirt more than he's gonna give you that miraculous play he gave you in week 1. You know, he's gonna and they run the way they're running him, and the fact that he's not taking care of himself. Like, I don't know, man. I think they gotta sit him. If I'm the coach, I've been saying it for a little while now. I'm like, yo, why don't you just try Flacco, man? He's competent, man. He look what he did with the Browns. Look what he did with the Jets. You know, he goes in there and plays ball, man. He makes it guys look well because he's a veteran. You know, Richardson that's what they're lacking. I think that's what that team's lacking, man. They lacking that veteran leadership, you know, and they got dogs in that team. I think Alec Pierce is a good player. I love obviously Jonathan Taylor is, you know, he's a really good player. So they got guys there, man, that need a competent quarterback that's going to elevate them. And I think that's what this is, man. And I really think that they're going to cover here to the point where I put the Colts as my 3-point pick here, getting 2.5 at Jacksonville. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to do it. All right. 1-point pick. I'm taking Jacksonville. I just winless team, desperate team. I don't feel like they're as bad as they've looked. And I just don't think much of the Colts. And I don't know. Flacco's got to show me he's got it in him again. He's got to show me he's got it in him again for another season. I don't know that that is something that can be assumed and relied upon until perpetuity. I don't think he's going to be out there at 50 years old like Tom Brady throwing touchdown passes. And I don't know, man. I just feel like Jacksonville. This is it. This is my last hurrah for Jacksonville. If they lose this game, their season's over. Their season's probably already over, but I don't know that. I still think that Doug Peterson is a halfway decent coach.
Mhm.
So we'll see. It's only my 1 point pick. I just like the idea of getting a home team giving less than a field goal that has not won a game, and a home team that theoretically there hasn't been anybody looking particularly dominant in the division. They could still have dreams of winning that division. It's not completely over for them. Maybe Doug Peterson can get the boys up. And plus, I think Jacksonville has anything. They have a little bit of a pass rush, and we all know that they don't have exactly the most mobile quarterback on the other side if Anthony Richardson isn't playing. So I'll take Jacksonville for 1 point pick, and I'll give the 2.5. And it's really just because I want to go up against Word Life too, just because I feel like that would be exciting. Take his hometown team against him as he's going against them.
And being on the same side as the Vegas ain't slick pick is never a bad idea.
I had already forgotten that was the pick, but yes, you're right. Okay, I'll take it. Listen, I could change the pick. It's only a 1 point pick. I'm really not that married to it, but I'll stick with it. Jacksonville, 1 point pick. Vegas ain't slick, 1 point pick. 2 point pick, I'm going to take the Bengals. Bengals getting 2.5 points at home against Baltimore. Baltimore coming off of a big win, of course. I mean, listen, this is another fight for your life type of a game for the Bengals. That's kind of the theme for me this week. It's the teams that are kind of giving their last fight to try to stay alive in the season. Cincinnati, if they win this game, they're tied with Baltimore in the division. They would both be 2-3, and they would be one game, depending on how the Pittsburgh game goes. They could be one game out there, and then everything is competitive again. They lose this game, then obviously things change, and we're looking at a totally different season for Cincinnati. I don't think Cincinnati is completely dead just yet. These are two teams that, despite how Cincinnati has looked to start the season, two teams that know each other well, two teams that came into the year with playoff and beyond aspirations. I don't think Cincinnati has given up just yet. I'm not buying into the fact that they beat the Carolina Panthers. That was a game that they should and did win, but they didn't win a game the week before that they should have won. So maybe they're turning it around. I just like getting points at home. Another desperate team in a division matchup. So I'll take Cincinnati for my 2-point pick. Now my 3-point pick, I think, is going to surprise you. I think the 3-point is going to surprise you. My 3-point pick, I'm going to go to Kansas City.
Ooh.
Going to Kansas City on Monday night, and I'm taking the Saints. I'm going to take the Saints. I'm going to take the 5.5 points. It can be scary. I'm a little scared of it, to be honest with you. But I just feel like, Cincinnati's been kind of skating by. No one's really questioning them because they have kind of reached this status where they are kind of above being questioned, particularly early in the season, as particularly when they're winning. But they haven't really looked super impressive, and they just keep on losing key pieces, particularly on offense. I mean,
well, they haven't lost the referee yet.
Yeah. So I think Rashee Rice being out is a problem. He's really been, particularly on third down, the only pass catcher that Patrick Mahomes has any faith in. He doesn't even really seem to have the same kind of confidence in Travis Kelce that he used to have on third down. And I just feel like that's just a New Orleans team that definitely surprised me coming into the season. The way that they started off the season. Coming into the season, I didn't really think much of them. Still don't really think much of them, but I just feel like Kansas City's going through this entire season just scraping by. They're playing this season for the playoffs, for the three-peat, and anytime I can get pretty much any team going up against going up against Kansas City with a number that I like, I'm probably going to be looking to take that unless I see something else on the board that really, really catches my eye. And there are a couple of other games that I'm interested in, but too many question marks. And I like the idea of Cincinnati kind of limping into this spot. No Rashee Rice, obviously no Isaiah Pacheco. Maybe Kareem Hunt has a resurgent type of game and has a comeback. But again, even if they win the game, I think that New Orleans can keep it within 5.5. I don't think that they should be getting that many points given what they've done this season so far and compared to the Kansas City Chiefs, who kind of have been sneaking around. So yeah, I'm going to take New Orleans. That's going to be my 3-point pick. Going to Monday Night Football. Monday night, Derek Carr. Derek Carr is a primetime player. We all know that. And Dennis Allen is a primetime coach. It's, his track record has proven that. So, I feel like I'm in good hands with Dennis Allen. You give me Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, and you can have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Who do you think has the advantage? Come on. Easy choice. Give me the Saints. Give me the 5.5. 3-point pick. Like my Derek Carr love, huh?
Yeah.
All right. In the box for is that foul? Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Phew.
In the box, number 1. First pick. Oh, wow. The Dallas Cowboys going into Pittsburgh. Getting 2.5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Second pick for the box. Oh, no. Kansas City. What a shame.
You're a dead carcass.
The box is gonna have to take a L this week. Come on, baby. Third pick for the box. Oh no, sorry for Word Life. I was actually this would have been going up against 2 of my picks. I was thinking about taking the Giants in the 6.5, but the box says no. The box says Seattle is the play. Even on a short week, even with long travel, the box says Seattle is the play. -6.5 at home against the Giants. I don't have the guts to take that pick, but box.
Salute to those who do.
I don't question the box anymore. And there you have it. Those are the box picks and the picks and the Vegas picks. And we'll see how it plays out.